Alright, what's up all you crypto miners out there? Today I got a special one for you. I bought a used mining rig on Facebook Marketplace. Now I did buy what you see right here, which consists of this custom built mining frame that this guy built for it. You know, this did sit in a basement type setting in a warehouse, so it was pretty dusty, so I will get it outside and we'll dust it off. I'll show you how I do basic maintenance on a mining rig. I don't always fully tear down my cards and clean them and repaste them unless there are thermal issues. I do have a thermal issue on one of my rigs, which I'll make a video about later on. It's running at about 72 degrees Celsius, and it's just one card on my entire farm. But let's get back to this rig. It consists of what you guys really want to know. These Red Devil cars, they're all Red Devil, and they're 5700 XTs. The guy was kind enough to give me all of his overclocks for it, which I'll just get on HiveOS and program in and get running. He does have a power button down here, which I will remove. It comes with 120 gigabyte SSD, which is back here somewhere. You can see it's up here. So 120 gigabyte SSD, which I can load HiveOS on, which I will do later on. The ASIC H81 Pro BTC motherboard. Not exactly sure what CPU he has on it, but it's probably just a little Celeron one. And then 4 gigs of RAM, I believe, with a Corsair AX 1500 watt power supply powering all this. Now, he did tell me that I can run this on 120 volt outlets. With that much power, a lot of times the power supplies need 240 volts, which I do have in the basement, and this will go on a 240 volt once I get another power bank for it. I do have the power cord laying around, but like I said, these are all Red Devil, very nice cards. He was kind enough to give me all of his overclocks he had on HiveOS. These were running when he had them at about 57 mega hash a second each, so I will have to flash my own HiveOS onto it, get it running, and pretty much flash them and set the overclock settings. So since this was sitting in a warehouse, it was pretty dusty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to dust it off. Now, when I do basic maintenance on a mining rig, I don't always tear all the cards down unless there is a thermal issue. This one didn't seem to have thermal issues when I was looking over it, when he had it running before I purchased it. So I'm going to take it outside and dust it off. The big thing everyone is probably wondering is how much I paid for this rig. So he had this sitting there. He had it posted for $4,500 as it sits. I ended up getting him down to $4,000, so I ended up spending $4,000, and I paid him in Ethereum, so I just did a Coinbase transaction and paid him. Not too bad for his rig, a little more than I would have liked to have spent, but when it comes back with 5700 XTs, I think it was totally worth it at that point. So price-wise, to get a full functioning mining rig, I don't think I got a terrible deal. I don't think it was a grand spanking great deal, but I don't think I got a bad deal in it in the end. But let's get this outside, we'll get it dusted off, then we'll get HiveOS Flash to it and try and get it up and running.
Alright, so I got the rig outside. We're going to clean it up a little bit. It's not too bad. If you can look in there, it's a little dusty. The board is dusty. Shouldn't really affect performance at all, but I do want to get it cleaned off. So I have all my trash can over here. This hooked up to my air compressor. So we'll dust this rig off and get it as clean as possible. I don't plan on disassembling it. This is just a quick cleaning. I'll dust out the power supply. So let's get this set up here and we'll get to cleaning it. So like I said, it's just a quick cleaning. So we'll start dusting it. You can probably see the particles. I like to hold the fans. Just so inside that was pretty dusty. Then we'll start working on the cars. The board's probably about as good as it's going to get without me actually going in and deep cleaning it. That's like, there's a dust ball there. There's a few inside that CPU still I'm trying to get out. I think I got most of it. That cooler's a little shaky though, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I mean, you can see pretty much dust flying out of it. Not a whole lot, but we want to keep the cards as cool as possible. And before I set it up for its not like permanent spot kind of, I'll have it as clean as possible without tearing the cards down. Now, if I were having thermal issues, that's when I would tear the cards down. When I'm not, I usually just dust them off every once in a while for basic maintenance, just to keep them as clean as possible. Alright, so there we go, we got it dusted off. Now I'm going to put it in probably my basement and pretty much get Hive OS installed onto it, and we'll start mining.
Alright, so I got the rig in the Hive. You can see I got 5 rigs now, so obviously I'm going to have to start paying. This is the one you can see gets at 73C. But let's focus. The 5700 XT rig is in. Now I don't have a flight sheet on it. Unfortunately, I don't have time to set the rest of it up today. But you know, I just wanted to show that it is in Hive. It's running. All 5 GPUs are being recognized and picked up. I did have the overclock settings from the previous owner, so I'm going to plug them in later and get it running. So stay tuned for the video of me getting this up and running. You know, I'll show you guys the hash rates. I'm expecting 56 to 57 mega hash a second out of each, pretty much out of each GPU, so I should have a pretty good farm at that point. I mean, I'm pumping I'll be over a gigahash on Ethereum, and I'll be up at 31 GPUs on Hive OS. Now I do have more than that, since I do have some that are not on Hive OS, but I'm slowly probably going to be transferring all my rigs over to Hive OS just for better management. But here you go. It is a Celeron G1820 CPU, so that is the CPU that's on it, and I'm pretty sure it's just a typical 4 gigs of RAM on it. And then I do have a 120 gig SSD on it. Now it came with the rig. I normally would flash Hive OS onto a thumb drive, but the SSD came with the rig, so no sense in spending the extra money on it. I will put this on Team Red Miner, and I do have it hooked up to my watt meter right now, so when I do make the video of me getting this up and running and putting the overclocks in, I'll have accurate power consumption at the wall. Right now you can see they're running 11 to 12 watts because they're not really doing anything. But you know, thanks for checking this video out. This is a rig that I bought used, so if you're looking at used mining rigs, just make sure that they're up and running, make sure that the person has them working and all cards are functioning. Also check the temperatures on the cards if you can. Don't just go based off photos that they send you, because they can send you old photos of it when it's working great, and over time the card could start deteriorating a little bit and need some maintenance. Most of the time it's just a thermal issue. A simple tear down, repasting, maybe changing out some thermal pads will help that issue. I do like with these AMD cards, I see memory temperatures, which is nice. So, you know, thanks for checking this video out. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more.